So here is my organ. It is a Hammond XK-1c. I'm going to show you the basics. It has like, I think 64 plus out, no, 61 out. But it has custom presets and ones that you can customize. So like 128 plus in total. What I have used a lot is called Dramatic Praise. This is the one I actually customized right here. Sounds just like something you hear in church, or like on a praise break video from church, is their conventions. Yeah, with that fast rotating Leslie. Because here are the Leslies. This is vibrato and chorus, by the way. That's it without any Leslies. With the Leslies, at the upper and lower, are the vibrato and chorus. It has that kind of full sound, how I describe it. You also can click bypass. But that sounds really weird after all. And then here is where you can show the editing of the drawbars. These are drawbars and you're like, hey, Uncle Jay, don't they only have one set for those two sets? I'll explain how to do that. So, the drawbar, there is a thing called the drawbar select. It's a really cool thing. So you can click upper, do your drawbars there. For some reason it's really loud. Or you can do the lower. Take the bass off. Go back to upper. I've only had it for almost a year. I think I got like in early March, late February. Here, that type of area. In 2025. I have my backing track iPad laid on it, which I can't really use because it sounds really fast, and the music notebook laying on it, where under that it has the model name. Right, I can't get there. I apologize for all the trash there. Has the name and all the plug-in outlets. Oh, I will explain the cool plug-in. So right here is the power. The power is plugged in on the top there. Got the headphone jack. The power, like, you know, the sound jacks where it goes throughout the amp. You know, you got the L mono and the right here. I use the left mono. This is where you can connect a Leslie speaker to it. But I ain't ever gonna buy one. I don't need to because it got built-in Leslie's. And those things are like $3,000 to $5,000. You got these two pedals, right? Pedal plugins right there. Foot switch plugins. Got the MIDI output and input. I personally like MIDI. I can connect by. And then you got USB. So there's two MIDI ways. Two ways for MIDI. Wait. You got the upper percussion. You can choose in bass, P sus, the split. You got upper percussion, so it sounds like with percussion. You can also, I'll go just drummers real quick. Here are your Leslie's. You got, and for vibrato, you got V2/C2, chorus with, along with that, V1/C1. Both of them combined, you get V3/C3. And then you can click how I changed the drawbars. That's how you save it. You click record, then enter. After you get your custom drawbars right. That is how you make your own preset. Those are basically all. I just covered down the basics. Oh yeah, and also like when you click the record then enter, when you customize your preset, all this right here stays the same too. So all these Leslie and vibrato are going to be fast/stop, up/slower. If I click the bypass though, which is totally stupid, I don't like it. If I change it to this, over bypass, which I typically don't use bypass. I have used my only effect pedal of the seat that I've had. I got on Christmas by K-Line Lucky 7. Click it. It's currently on Facebook. I have done J course on that. I made a whole short. And I got like 200 views. It was good. But as I said earlier in the video, I do got a lot of good memories with this thing. For a while, this was the only keyboard instrument I had because I had to throw the 2 Yamahas I had here. The burn pile because they didn't work. But this has... I don't have a gig bag for it yet, but if I ever get a big gig bag, I might take it to places I go play music if they ask me to. But I like this thing right here. Those are the basics, or most of the basics, of the Hammond XK-1c. Hey, so this is my Yamaha YPT-240, yo. I have had this for 3 years, traded off my brother for a while, and then he gave it to my Aunt B. And then I asked him, hey, I'll trade you for my Glary. That sounds really horrible because I want a good sounding Yamaha, that good sounding Yamaha back. And she said yes. She forgot a couple times, and then one day she remembered. I was so happy. I brought it to my grandma's, and I remember it is a long story. I'm going to explain, like I did on the Hammond, the basics of the Yamaha YPT-240. So you got all these voices, which I will demo with in a few minutes. Some of them I will. Some of them sound not really like real organ sound. Doesn't really sound like my Hammond. Sounds like a different, like, cheap Yamaha. If Yamaha made organ, I know they used to make reed organs, but they made like electric organs. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds cheapish and gross a little. But that's what I started an organ on, so I can't say anything. Also has infinite sustain like a normal organ, so is the reed and the church organ right there. Hey, thank God it doesn't have like bellows like a normal reed organ does. Because if it's a state, my feet would be sore now. But I wish I had one of those things. I almost got one once, but that doesn't matter right now. Talk about the Yamaha YPT-240. No. Pump organ. Got string. And then like from 170 to 179. Get another set of organs that go like to 201, I think, from the organ, puff organ. You got piano and electric piano also. I do like the electric piano myself. It sounds really good. Number 2 does. And then there's some repeats that have like changed a little from 153 and beyond. And then there's some that haven't really fallen around this category, are similar to, are just like repeats of like the same things, but different sounds and different tones, different instruments even. And then you go to style. You get 8-bit, you get 8, tilt that. You get 8-beat, 16-beat, ballad, dance. I have used almost all of those at one time or another, just not on YouTube, but personally practicing for YouTube I have. I remember I used number 46. I can't say it because some people think it's racist, and I give my respect to all you people. I go say it, but if I would, I'd say y'all just go ahead and get offended. But I have used that one, like on my Strat demo of Hound Dog, I used that one actually. I have used number 85 on the YouTube channel before also. Like you'll see in the credit and announcements, it's just word, but there is an audio track of me and my grandma playing. But I'm playing and the drums are playing. But I'm going to show you what some of the tones sound like after I show you how to turn on the beat. So I'm going to keep on 8-beat modern. I go a little advanced, but I'm do my best to keep on the basics. I'm just a little excited. You click start and stop to start those, and that's what you do with the songs. You click start and stop. You can also create chords like with a single tap. Or if you want minor or diminished, you can do that. Add knives. You can do all those chords within these keys. It's the F sharp. All these keys is that second F sharp. You got C3. Shows like all lines, ledger lines on the thing, the treble and bass. So it shows what notes you're playing. I need to wipe this. And then the clef notes. You also can do lesson things, like with the songs, which is why these are here. Go to 130, automatically, if you click that, it goes automatically to 132. Ultra wide stereo. Hear a sound difference. It's weak, but it is there. Also, I'll show you something. Quick intro. So that's what sounds like, and then you can do the outro. then I do got random things on here. I go explain details about those. Though I do have to put that on my Ovation before I go to the music store eventually to put that. So they can repair my Ovation if it's possible. They'll probably break their arms too, because it ain't like one of those where you can get through the back and they like adjust the action and stuff. The jack broke, so they gotta put like a new jack screw in. Said they could do it if they tried. I believe they could. But those are the basics right here. Song, click that. I go show you the songs because they're all, well, most of them are stupid. I played along with one. I just didn't post on YouTube. But yeah, and Brandon thought it sounded good. But that is my Yamaha YPT-240. Oh yeah, also you can click those demos. But here are your functions, and there is a metronome. That is what it sounds like. There. That is... Oh yeah, you can also adjust the tempo. That is my Yamaha YPT-240.